Join me as I dive into the crazy world of the 2024 election and see if I can figure out why Harris' popularity is skyrocketing while everyone's still talking about Trump. As we approach the 2024 election, one name has been rising to the top of the conversation: Kamala Harris. It's hard to ignore the growing prominence of the California senator, and today we're going to explore why her popularity is soaring, especially in contrast to the still looming presence of Trump. Kamala Harris faces a unique set of challenges as she navigates her role in the current political climate. With Trump still holding significant influence, Harris must walk a fine line between standing up to his divisive rhetoric and appealing to a broad range of voters. One misstep could be disastrous, and yet, she seems to be thriving under the pressure. For Harris, the key to success lies in finding a way to stay above the fray while still being seen as a strong, effective leader. This is no easy task, especially when the likes of Trump are actively working to undermine her credibility. Despite these obstacles, Harris continues to push forward, using her platform to advocate for progressive policies and promote a message of unity. Harris' biggest challenge may be winning over the hearts and minds of those who still hold a strong allegiance to Trump. It's a tall order, especially given the intense loyalty of Trump's base. However, Harris has shown a remarkable ability to connect with voters from all walks of life, using her unique blend of charisma and policy expertise to build a coalition of support that transcends traditional party lines. This is exactly what makes her such a formidable opponent. She's not afraid to take on the tough issues, and she's willing to listen to opposing viewpoints, even when it's hard. In an era of increasing polarization, Harris represents a breath of fresh air, a politician who genuinely seems to care about the people she serves. But Harris is not immune to criticism, and her own party has taken her to task over issues like her past as a prosecutor and her stance on key progressive issues. Some have accused her of being too cautious, too willing to compromise on core values in order to appeal to a broader audience. While these criticisms are certainly valid, they also overlook the very real progress Harris has made in terms of pushing the Democratic Party towards a more progressive agenda. It's a delicate balancing act, one that requires a deep understanding of the complexities of modern politics. In recent weeks, Kamala Harris has been making headlines with a string of high-profile public appearances and statements that have only added to her growing popularity. From her impassioned speech at the NAACP convention to her pointed criticism of Trump's handling of the economy, Harris has shown a remarkable ability to stay in the spotlight while still advancing a coherent policy agenda. This is no accident. Harris and her team have carefully crafted a strategy that leverages her strengths as a communicator and a policy expert, using her platform to build a sense of momentum and excitement around her potential candidacy. One of the most striking aspects of Harris' recent actions is the way she's managed to contrast herself with Trump, often without even mentioning his name. By focusing on the issues that matter most to everyday Americans, from healthcare to education to the economy, Harris has created a sense of authenticity and sincerity that's sorely lacking in Trump's rhetoric. This is a crucial distinction, one that could ultimately prove decisive in the 2024 election. By staying focused on the substance of the issues, Harris is able to build a sense of trust and credibility with voters, qualities that are essential for any successful presidential candidate. Take, for example, Harris' recent proposal to address the rising cost of college tuition. By offering a comprehensive plan that tackles the root causes of the problem, rather than just tinkering around the edges, Harris has shown a deep understanding of the complexities of the issue. This is exactly the kind of policy expertise that's been missing from the Trump administration, and it's a major part of why Harris is gaining so much traction with voters. When you combine this kind of substance with her natural charisma and gift for communication, it's easy to see why Harris is becoming the darling of the Democratic Party. One pivotal moment that really stands out is Harris' confrontation with Joe Biden during the Democratic primary debate. By taking on the frontrunner and challenging his record on issues like busing and racial inequality, Harris showed a level of courage and conviction that was truly impressive. It was a moment that went viral, and it marked a turning point in her campaign. Suddenly, Harris was seen as a force to be reckoned with, a politician who was willing to take risks and stand up for what she believed in. This kind of authenticity is crucial in modern politics, and it's a major part of why Harris is still riding high today. Another key moment came when Harris announced her plan to address the growing issue of maternal mortality rates among African American women. By tackling this critical issue head-on, Harris showed a deep understanding of the specific challenges faced by communities of color, and a willingness to take action to address them. This kind of policy initiative is exactly what sets Harris apart from Trump, and it's a major part of why she's gaining so much traction with voters. When you combine this kind of policy expertise with her natural charisma and gift for communication, it's easy to see why Harris is becoming the darling of the Democratic Party. As we move forward into the 2024 election, it's clear that Harris' popularity is only going to continue to soar. With her unique blend of charisma, policy expertise, and authenticity, Harris represents a breath of fresh air in a political landscape dominated by Trump's divisive rhetoric. By staying focused on the issues that matter most to everyday Americans, Harris is building a sense of trust and credibility with voters that's essential for any successful presidential candidate. In the end, it's clear that Kamala Harris is a force to be reckoned with, a politician who's ready to shake up the status quo and bring about real change. Whether or not she ultimately decides to run, one thing is certain: Harris' influence is only going to continue to grow, and that's something we should all be paying attention to. What do you think about Harris' potential candidacy? Do you think she is what it takes to take on Trump and win? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more political insights and analysis. Thanks for watching.